welcome RC Model Geeks viewers. This is Mishmash number 2. The first item we have in this Mishmash concerns Mark 1. Now Mark 1 is one of the original founders of the RC Model Geeks, and he's been flying his Spitfire. Or should I say, he's been crashing his Spitfire. So this first segment of Mishmash number 2 is we're going to do a little bit of fixing on it. We're not going to fix the whole thing because we haven't got it all. But yeah, we're going to do a bit of gluing on it and let you see how to put it back together. So here we have the remains of the Hobbyking Spitfire as flown by Mark 1. Mad Colin rescued it from the van of death last night on the beach and volunteered to repair it. So it's over to Mad Colin. Drinking my tea again, of course.
Yes, Rob makes a lovely cup of tea, as always. And yeah.
What are you going to need to repair Mark 1's Spitfire?
Right, from previous experience, I flew the A10 Warthog, which belonged to Simon Smith, although it was a joint venture. I crashed it, there was electronics failure, and it was loads of bits.
Pilot failure? And you crashed it into the ground by rolling it upside down and pulling through? You going to do it, are you?
I'll just go for it.
Alright, watch the sun, yeah?
Up elevator, loads of power. Just go for it.
Just go for it. Yeah, she's going. Shit, what are you doing?
Whoa! I know nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. See that, Miles?
Oh, that's repairable. Look, that'll pop. That'll go back together. That. It's actually not that bad. Yeah. Okay, so you became an expert at repairing foam models.
Yes.
Because it was in about 1,000 bits, wasn't it, this Warthog?
It was a nightmare.
And there's a video on air on the YouTube channel of the crash and actually of the rebuild as well.
Yeah, the rebuild.
And of me actually flying it afterwards successfully.
Yes, it was good.
The only person to fly it successfully, actually.
Go for it. She's away. Lovely. It was good. Right, so
what do you need, Colin, to repair this?
Okay, if you haven't already got one, I advise to buy a small bottle of cellulose thinners.
Is that to drink?
Yes. Right. No, don't drink it.
No, right.
Good.
Okay.
A small set of brushes.
Oh, nice.
So we're going to select.
Are they good for painting gnomes?
Yes. These brushes are known worldwide for their ability to paint gnomes.
Excellent. We might use them for gnome painting afterwards.
So a decent brush, and of course the trusty U-Pour.
Ah, U-Pour. You're going to U-Pour it.
Yeah.
Excellent.
This is excellent for gluing together foamies.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, we're looking forward, aren't we, to seeing Colin repair the front of this Spitfire.
Okay, so I'm just going to check my nozzle. Yeah, that's fine. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the wing. This will just make it easier to actually handle the plane for doing the repair. The wing actually came off fairly well in the crash by the looks of things.
It did, but I had noticed when we were looking at it earlier that it's got more battle damage actually from previous flights.
Yes, it is a little...
Have you noticed that, Colin?
Yeah, it's a little bit battle scarred.
It is battle scarred, isn't it? I mean, look at this bodge he's done here on this flap servo.
What's
Look at
going
it.
on there, though?
I mean, it's dire.
It doesn't look right, does it?
No, I mean, it's, you know, amateurs, mate. Not like us.
No, not like us pros.
You know, we know how to repair stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So it's got a broken cannon here.
Yeah.
That we'll need to fix.
Yeah.
I think, is that one broken as well? No, that one's alright, but one snapped off there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay. We'll come back to you when Colin's actually got the wing off.
Okay, I'll press on with that then and see you in a minute.
Okay, so Mad Colin has got the wing off, and he's just been giving the plane the once over just to make sure there's no you know, major assembly upfucks when Mark 1 built it. And what have you noticed, Colin?
Right, there's a couple of issues. One of the issues is with the servo controls for the tail and elevator. Now these screws in here should be quite snug down, not over tight but tight, and I just give it a little, and that's, look how loose that is.
Yeah, that's too loose, isn't it?
That should be a lot tighter, so I'm going to tighten them down, and I'll check this one as well just now, and that's that's not good at all.
Not good at all. So he obviously, when he put it together, he didn't check that everything was done up tight.
No.
Well, what do you expect?
So it's a good idea when you build a model like this to just go over all your control.
Yeah. But you found something else on the rudder as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I was looking at the elevator clevis, and that looks all good. There's a nice bit of elastic going on there just as a safety backup precaution.
Yeah.
And I looked at the tail clevis, and I don't know whether the camera can see it, but
see if we can. Hang on, where are we looking at? There.
Can you see that?
Hopefully, yeah, it looks like that'll show up. Yes, so you can see that the clevis isn't actually clipped together properly. It's a bit of a fail, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
should have gone to Specsavers, shouldn't it?
yeah, should have done. So we're going to rectify those few faults.
Yeah, rectify those, and then you're going to stick the nose back on, aren't you?
Yeah.
Excellent.
So I'll sort this out, and then we'll be back to stick the nose on.
Sounds good to me. Colin is going to start gluing the nose back on. We're going to do the worst compressed side first, aren't we, Col?
Yeah.
Stop sniffing.
Sorry.
Yeah. So he's going to smear that with some U-Pour.
Yeah, and some people just put it on and rub it with their fingers, but because this stuff is so lumpy and bumpy, I found get the best results is to actually brush it on. So get our brush and just go around just get the brush, dig it in there and go around all the bumps and work it into the polystyrene.
I thought you were doing the other side first.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so that's good enough. That's got the glue in, and now we'll do the other side. Same thing again. Nice smearage.
I think you're dripping from your brush, mate.
Yes, I noticed that. There's a little bit of snot hanging down
Yeah,
there.
you got a bit of dangle going on there.
I'll get him in a second. I always put the lid back on. I don't know whether you guys do, because my luck, I always put the tube down, and if I don't put the lid on, it's come all over the place.
Especially in this sun.
Yeah. Again, with the bristles V brush, work the glue in.
Bristles we brush.
Yeah, with the bristles you use brush, track it in like that. Okay.
Beautiful.
Right. Now
You've done this before, haven't you?
I have.
On an A10 Warthog.
I did.
That you crashed.
Electronic failure.
That you flew into the ground.
Anyway, when you've
That
done,
wasn't yours.
wait,
It's maiden flight.
actually, it was mine, and then when I crashed it, it was Simon's. I use cellulose thinners to wash your brushes of U-Pour. We'll do that.
How long are you going to get this dry off for in
Right.
this hot sun?
There we go. 6 minutes. I'm going to leave that for. The reason being is the glue goes off when you put two components together. It sticks like super glue, but it gives you a little bit of movement. If you try and put the two halves together too soon, the glue doesn't get enough air in, it doesn't go off, and it's not a really good join.
That's the most intelligent thing you've ever said.
Thank you very much. I do get these intelligence things now and again. So
Okay.
we're going to. Sorry, Rob, interrupted you there.
So I was going to say we'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, we'll
Because six minutes of you talking bollocks is like a lifetime. We'll be back in a minute.
Okay.
So Mad Colin has put the glue on and he's going to start putting it together. So here we go. Let's see him cock it up.
Okay. 6 minutes. 6 minutes.
Oh, the sun's gone in just as you went to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it the right way up, mate.
So what you want to do is you want to get the aircraft in a certain way.
Now, I noticed you're not using any strengthening in this. Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, because it's a fairly clean brake. There's a lot of material there, so I'm pretty happy that once the two have gone together with this U-Pour, that ain't going to come apart ever again.
Yeah. My reason would have been that there's no point putting much effort into it because they'll only go and crash it again anyway.
Oh well, yeah, that's true. Sorry, I forgot about that.
Yeah. Right, go for it.
Right, okay, so I'm just going to line it up. I'll start
Yeah,
at
you're
the
out
top,
there, mate. He wants to go up about a mil.
and then
No, you're too far down, mate. Fucked it up already.
no, that's right, because you can
Go on then.
twist it in. Look, see
Yeah.
that going?
Yeah, but it wants to go up like about
That's
a mil.
it. There you go. Can you push that in?
See those lines and then
Yeah.
maybe line up?
Oh, it's only Mark ones.
Oh,
that'd be
that's
all
true.
right.
Yeah, it's all right. A bit of tape would be all right.
And then
After we broke the Watt 4, after we repaired it again.
yeah, I noticed that. And then what you can do, as the glue is still fairly supple, you can just go along and just pull everything together. And that's going together quite nicely, I think.
Yeah, it's gone together quite nicely, that mate. There's a bit of a lump there,
Yeah.
but you know, if you push that in a bit,
Yeah.
it might go. See, it's very useful to have three hands sometimes.
Yeah.
I think that'll work.
Yeah, and that is
You'd hardly notice that, would you?
no, with a little bit
You're
of
blind.
yeah, do a blind man good to see that.
Yeah, it would. Yeah.
And if you now look at how much the actual fuselage has bent on impact.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bit twisted as well. We'll sort that out though,
Yeah.
won't we?
So what I'll do, guys, is I'll glue
Bit
this
of duct
section
tape.
here. Yeah, a bit of duct tape, and we'll be back, I think.
The glue is on. It's gone off. Mad Colin's going to start putting the second side together.
Okay.
That looks a long way out at the moment, Colin.
Yeah, that's top bit's gone. I'm just gonna. You can see how much it's pushed out on impact. So I'm gonna just push the top bit together, and then work my way down, and then try and get this bit over like that, and then
I would help, but I like to see you struggle.
yeah, quite sharp, and then a bit of hickory pokery, and I think that if I just put a bit more pressure on it.
That's not bad, is it? For a beginner, I'm a bit concerned about up here. This doesn't look right round here.
Yeah, that's been well popped, isn't it? Needs, like I say, it needs 4 hands. But that's good. I'm pleased with that.
Looks alright. I mean, that's not too bad.
Let's give it a good old compress.
Yeah. That's not too bad. What's the hatch look like when it's on there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not bad, is it? Hey?
I think that'd do a blind man good to see that.
Yeah.
But I think what we'll do is we'll just back it up inside a little bit with something.
Yeah, maybe some carbon or a bit of ply just to give it strength across those joins.
Yeah, because it's going to go in deck again. There's no doubt
Of course
about
it is.
that.
Yeah, yeah. And as soon as Mark 1 tries to fly it, it'll crash, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Well, we'll be back when we've probably done a bit of gluing inside.
Yeah. Okay.
Sweet. Nice repair so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Back with you soon.
Okay. Rob's doing the highly technical bit at the moment. I've handed it over to him. He's cut some plates, which we're going to put either side of the fuselage to strengthen it up.
Yep. Just a couple of old ply plates. Thanks to the RQ7. Some of the RQ7 scrap. So you're going to use U-Pour again to glue these plates in. Just smeared the inside there with U-Pour and smeared the plates with U-Pour, and we'll just wait for them to go off and stick them in, and that'll just give it a bit more strength inside there, which is what it needs, you know, when Mark's flying it.
Yeah.
Because it will get roughly handled.
Yes, very roughly. Okay. On that note, of a rough note, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and
I'm going to do a bit of plating.
yeah, a bit of plating.
Bit of plating. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. There you go. One U-poured plate.
Excellent.
Two U-poured plates. Yep, that ain't coming apart again.
No. Excellent.
Excellent. Yeah, so it's pretty much done now. That's all we're going to do to it. Mark 1's got to buy a new prop assembly because it's all smashed up. And then hopefully you'll fly it again.
Yeah. So there you go, guys.
There you go. That was a quick fix.
Quick fix.
Quick fix.
Nothing quicker than an RC Model Geeks quick fix.
Be even quicker once I've edited the video.
Yeah.
While we were building the RQ7, we thought we'd put some lights on it, and so after a bit of research, sort of found some ideal LEDs. So I thought we'd quickly show you them. So if you're interested in putting lights on your own plane, you can get them. We got them from eBay. We've got a red, a green, and a white. Okay, now they're actually designed for cars, you know, for replacing your normal incandescent bulbs with LEDs, and they run off 12 volts, straight off 12 volts, so they'll go up to what, 13.8 and probably a little bit more than that. So if you've got a 3-cell LiPo pack, perfect. So this is the white one, which we're going to use as a strobe. which as you can see is quite bright, and it's got a good viewing angle. So if you're having that as a strobe, you know, sort of flashing on and off, it's going to be quite good. We'll put a link in the description to the seller of these on eBay. Originally we were going to use these sockets that you can buy as well, but to save weight we just ended up soldering on onto the wires. Okay, and the second ones are these coloured LEDs for your nav lights. This one is the green. Yeah, it's got a very good viewing angle. It's got 4 LEDs on either side of it, and it's actually coated in sort of a silicone rubber. And that silicone rubber also gives you a good end view as well. So they'll work really well as nav lights. And these ones are actually built onto a PCB. Yeah, so you can solder straight onto those, no problem at all, and then just drill a hole in your wing or whatever, which is what we've done, and fix them in. And this is the red one. And you can also use that as the rotating beacon as well. And they're nice and bright, those.
Yeah,
you're going to see them well. Much better than a normal LED, which has got a very narrow viewing angle. These, you know, have got a great viewing angle for at least a sort of 180 degrees. Actually, if not more, to be honest with you. Yeah, so there you go. We just thought we'd show you that. If you're interested in them, click on the in the links in the description and go and buy some. They're not very expensive. We'll put a link into the sockets as well if you want. So you can see where we got them. I think they're all Chinese sellers, but yeah, no problem at all.
Excellent.
Alrighty. Okay, so the final thing we're going to have on our mishmash video today is a little bit about one of the planes that we've got. We thought we'd go through the odd plane now and again, let you see what we've got and what we've done in the past. And the first one we're going to do is the ex-UAV Skua, which is right down there. Now this is running APM with FR Sky receiver. Good old Hobbyking 70 amp ESC in there. It's got a few extra features. One of the features that this has got is the fact that it's got a Bluetooth module on board. Okay, so what you can do with that, with your phone or whatever, I can go and program this on the fly any when I want. And you can see I've got a little route programmed in there. Yeah, and that's talking directly to the to the APM through Bluetooth. So I can take that with me anywhere and instantly program up a route. And it will show. There you go. It shows where we are at the moment, and it shows where we normally fly. As you can see, not far away. So yeah, so we can do that. We can do all the settings of the APM through the Bluetooth. This is using Tower from 3DR. The other thing we've got, we're using the telemetry port on the FR Sky receiver to talk to the Tyrannus. So we're sending out a telemetry data to the Tyrannus as well. So you can see I've got my battery voltage there, the heading, altitude, time it's been on, direction of where I am. If we go through the page, it's also got your longitude and latitude, your RSSI, and of course it's got speed as well. How many satellites we've got,
whether it's 3D. Yeah. And then I'm using 3 modes on the on the APM. I'm using manual mode. And manual mode. Return to launch. And autopilot.
Cool.
And manual. So I'm using 2 switches for that. I've got a master override which switches between manual and whatever mode I'm in. So if I flip that, yeah, and then return to launch, and then if I want to come out of any of them, I just flip that switch and it's straight back to manual. And also, of course, you get the the call out on your Bluetooth app if you're in range. So if I flip that again,
mode stabilize.
You can see it changing there.
Mode return to launch. Mode auto. Mode manual.
So yeah, so we've also got on this, we've got a gimbal up the front there. It's only a 2-axis gimbal. I don't know if you can see that.
Yeah.
Moving in there. That's a Hobbyking Wingcam 2. My old faithful, first camera I ever had. And you know what, it just works. It's great. Yeah, and that's it really. I mean, it's got a massive bay underneath. You know, you can get loads of stuff in there if you want. Normally run that with a 5000 4S in there, but I mean it will take twice that. It will take 10,000 easily. The other feature we've got, we put a couple of lights on it just so we can see it when we're flying around. In dusk conditions. We've got one on the front there which lights up the propeller disc quite nicely actually, makes it fairly easy to see, and then we've got one on the back as well which lights up the tail. And that's it really. There's not a lot more to it. You know, all this stuff is off the pretty much off the net, and how to do it, including the Lua script to do the telemetry on your Tyrannus. Yeah, it's quite good. We haven't flown it that much actually because we sort of finished it late last year, and then the weather sort of turned, and we never really got a chance to play with it a lot.
You did some mods to the tail, I believe, didn't you?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, another little thing we did, where you've got push rods. This is quite good for any models. If you've got long push rods, I used a cable tie to act as a support for the push rod halfway along. It tended to bow and flex, so that's just a couple of cable ties sort of bent over and shoved into the foam. And it gives it a nice support, so it can only move a little bit, you know, rather than bowing massively. And there's one underneath as well, I think. Yeah, there's one underneath there. They just act as like supports.
Excellent.
Yeah, and that's it. That is the ex-UAV Skua. Wouldn't say it flies very well, but there are certainly better planes for this kind of thing. But you know, it works. It's got a big bay for carrying stuff. Yeah, great fun. We might get that out and fly it in a few weeks if we get some really nice calm evenings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. That is the end of Mishmash number 2. Hope you enjoyed it.
Excellent. So it's bye-bye from him.
And it's goodbye from him.